our white wire power to our fuel pump here, and if we just connect this to an earth somewhere, we should be seeing some power. The ignition is on and we've got nothing. Okay, so it would appear to be earlier on in the circuit that we've got a problem. Let me have a look. Oh, ouch! Let me see if I can just I can earth it around here. There, that's an earth. Okay, so that's earth, and you can see there's just nothing coming through. So we got a problem earlier in the circuit. So we're going to go back and look at the wiring diagram and earlier in the circuit. So this is the wiring diagram I tend to use, and we can see the fuel pump fed by a white wire from the alternator warning lamp. I'm not sure where that warning lamp is, and I think that's a fuse in there as well. So we're going to go to the alternator, NY, brown and yellow. So we're going to go to the alternator, look for the brown and yellow wire out of the alternator, and see what we can find. Okay, so we have a brown and yellow wire here, which is connected up okay, and that comes along to here. So the question is, are we getting power to the alternator, I guess? So where does that come from? Well, that should come from the starter motor, and I did have the starter motor out. So we could have an issue with how I've put that back on. I did have one loose wire which I plugged into where I thought was the right place. It's possible I got it wrong. So we're going to, let's see, this will come from starter motor. So am I getting power from the starter motor to here? That's the question. I would have thought that's there all the time. Right. Okay, so to make sure I've got voltage here at least, so this is the where the yellow and brown wire goes in. Here's my earth, and we can see we've got 12 volts. So we've definitely got power there. Alright, we then lose the wire in here somewhere, and that's what I'm trying to trace. Okay, so I've been tracking this wire backwards. So it comes out here. I'm not going to go underneath the car, but it basically, oh, maybe I will. So it comes out, oh, too far away. It comes out here, okay, then it runs, so did I get that? It comes out here, alright, and it runs, and it's this cable up here, and it runs all the way along, so it's this one here running underneath the car, okay, continues along, and when it's running on the inside of this bar, and then it starts to come up here, okay, and it goes up into the engine bay at that point. And it comes, it's this coming up here, alright, and from there we do get some split off into this bunch of, well, wires. I was fiddling there and this was loose, this one was loose. Have I got it? There we go, there. Haven't got that very well, but we have that loose wire, okay, so That looks, I'm going to clean these up a bit, but that looks like it's white. It might be white and black, but it looks like it's white, which would be the same colour as the other end. And so I think, but I need to try to check, I think it goes into here. Alright, so 2 wires in, 2 wires out. I think it might go in there, but I'm going to need to try to track that back first. So I'm going to clean these up a bit and then take another look. Okay, so that connector that I was showing you, I think must be this. We've got 2 brown and white wires on one side, a white and a brown and white on the other. So, interesting, both were loose, and I'm slightly under 12 volts to the solenoid. So we're going to plug these in tightly and see if that sorts our fuel pump issue. Right, I can test the connectivity. So I've connected this wire up to my ammeter, and I can do a connectivity test on this. If I Okay, so I know that that wire is the same wire going out the back, and that's been disconnected, and that's why I've lost power to the pump. So now I need to just work out where it connects in. And so we're back at the back of the car, just testing the fuel pump. And so when I earth it, there we go, we got our voltage. So if I connect that back up, it should work now. Right, and we've done the timing now, and it's running properly again. So after a difficult weekend, that was really nice to have a simple fix that I could work through. So I'm really pleased about that. Right, here's an old one that I've taken apart, so you can see. I'm just going to pull it off. That's the chamber, and there's a filter. There's a filter there, and this piece is again just directing, but under here you can see the diaphragm. This is the diaphragm, and when the solenoid operates, that moves like that, so it flexes the diaphragm and pumps the petrol. Right, I've taken the cover off the fuel pump so that you can see there's the contact, and in here is the mechanism that operates the diaphragm. So I'm now going to touch the wire and you should be able to see it operating. Did you see that? And you see the contact jumps as well. So that's how it works.